All right, do me a favor, as you're coming back, please hit that like, share, subscribe. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. Let's go for 2,000 videos on this platform. We're working. Have you guys noticed? Make sure you're watching every segment, okay? We have a brother here. We have a Baba here who's going to tell us. He's going to teach us. I'm watching it with you for the first time, okay? I saw the title, kind of like, okay, this will be interesting. Let's see where we go with this, right? So let's go there. Let's go there. It says why you should not relocate with your wife to Canada. We have an idea, but I haven't listened to it, okay? So let's listen to it together.
Question of the day. Wala. That is today's question.
Oh, wait. Let me play it for Baba. He said, wala. Let me play it for him. He said, wala.
Wala, Nigeria don't report so at you cause our call. Wala.
All right, let's go there. Let's see what he's going to say.
Now, a man sold a supermarket for 40 million naira. This supermarket there around Ogba for Lagos.
There's location. We don't have time yet, but there's location. He sold a supermarket for 40 million naira. How much is 40 million naira today? Is that about $40,000? That's like $4,000, right? Am I correct? 40 million is about $4,000 today. Ouch. It's crazy.
He used this money to relocate all the family to Canada. When the family got to Canada, this man used part of the money to settle their stay in Canada.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that? I wonder why he did that. He sold a whole supermarket for 40 million naira and relocated his family to Canada. Not my family, his own family, right? You know, we win some, we lose some, right? Let's see where it's going with this story.
Which means he doesn't want them to have police or immigration problem. So he got them documents to stay as, you know, a resident in Canada.
Right. Like paper, they have papers.
Stayed with them for a few months, like 3 or 4 months. And at some point, the man said, you know what, babe, I'm homesick. I need to go back to Nigeria.
But he sold the supermarket for 40 million naira. Does he have other businesses? I hope so. That he has other businesses that he's going back to. Maybe he's going to go build another business or something. By the way, 40 million naira is not a lot of money. Let me see how much this money is, because nobody's answering me. 40 million naira to dollars. How much is that? Oh, that's a lot. That's about $40,000, not $4,000. That is... It's not a lot of money still. If you don't have a job already in Canada, you can finish that in record time, okay? But maybe they know what they're doing, right? Because they have to stop paying rent and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, official is about $50,000. Black market. All right, let's continue. Baba is still telling us story. But he decided he's homesick, okay? He wants to go back to Nigeria.
I love my country. I really miss Nigeria.
After 3 months. Baba.
Ooh, man, I want to go back. And Canada is too cold for me.
Canada is cold.
Great. Question of the day.
Oh, yeah? Tell us.
Wala.
No, that's
the man went back to Nigeria. Started another petty business again. But this time around, not in Lagos, because the man is ashamed of himself. Because he sold everything.
Why are you ashamed of yourself? It was your business. It is your family. I mean, it's not their business, it's not their family. It's not my business, it's not their family. It's your business, it's your family. If you're coming back to Lagos, what is the shame there? I'm already hearing all kind of buzzwords right now that's making me like, oh God, this is gonna end up really badly. Okay, and the worst part is that he's gonna try to blame it on everything but self. Okay, it's his family. He's the one who sold. He's the one who decided to move back. But he's also ashamed of a bunch of strangers that don't care. Let's continue. I already smell something. I'm listening to it for the first time, okay?
And he left the family in Canada and back to Lagos.
Okay.
So he went back to the east to start another business again. This man now was sending money from Nigeria, from the petty business again, to his family in Canada.
Okay.
Why the woman his wife he left in Canada had upgraded herself. She has, gone back to school, got a good degree, diploma.
Oh my God, these uncles are undefeated. They are undefeated. Oh my God, it sounds very, very similar. All right, maybe it's the same story that keeps happening, right? Maybe it's just too many of them. Let's continue.
And she started working in a very good firm.
Okay.
She earned big money.
So she's making
the
money.
Children settled in a very good school. So this man at some point now was hoping, say, when his favorite, the man went back to Nigeria, started another petty business again. But this time around, not in Lagos, because the man is ashamed of himself because he sold every candidates in Nigeria emerged as the winner in the last election. That time, things go better for Nigeria. So that was the hope.
Oh, so it was. That sounds like gambling, because Nigeria has been trying to do it since 1960. We all hope too, but we also try not to put our family on, or put ourselves. We try our best not to put ourselves in harm's way while we're, hoping for the best. Oh, hope is not bad yet. Hope is not a bad thing so far. Let's wait.
That this woman, been get for body. But unfortunately, if you all know what happened, Jagaban just, one way or the other, everything just went boom.
Wow.
Jagaban did it. So this man now talks.
Oh, okay. So the Jagaban is okay. So he was hoping that his candidate will win, and then Jagaban ended up winning. Is that what I just picked up? Because I think I missed something. Hold on.
Say, now I'm tired of staying in Nigeria. I want to go back.
He wants to come back, yes, to Canada.
The man flew back to Canada to join his family.
Okay.
But when he got to Canada,
Yeah.
things were not easy again. He got to Canada, he left around 6 years ago. It's no more the present Canada.
Oh, that was 6 years ago.
So the man started looking for job, but no good job, because he no brush himself off the time when he did Nigeria. He just begin to do business. My people now, my able fellow now understand that. So he own a business.
Nah.
They don't get candidates in Nigeria. So this man stays with his family in Canada. Somehow he got himself a job in a filling station as a car washer, and he was managing it, but the money was not really enough.
That sounds like a very humbling experience. Sounds like a very, very humbling experience. Like, that's not going to be easy for anybody. If you're just coming in, please hit the like button. Thank you. We're missing about 10 likes right now. Hello, Patricia. Good to see you. Hello. Let's see where we are so far. We haven't finished the story. You guys already have opinions. Jesus. Gora says Onirano. C is Ojugo. Wait, Nisuru. Baloni storyteller. Wait now. Only 3 months. Something is not adding up here. Well, it's been 6 years now. He went back to Nigeria after 3 months. Let's see. Is the woman expected to remain in the same level? 6 years, it's not your mate, especially if she's had to take care of those children and the family by herself. I know he mentioned he sent money, but the Baba just went back to start a new business in the East. So how much money exactly is he sending? The first time he came around, when he actually had a business, 40 million naira. Well, that 40 million naira 6 years ago was probably worth a lot more, right? So, all right. Was it worth a lot more? No, it was 40 million naira. It was less in dollars, right? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how that works. If you're importing naira back to dollars. Anyway, it does not work like uncle. Hey Key, good to see you, Key. Hit the like button, I beg. Hit the like button. We're covering the story here. Okay, let's get to it.
The wife was the one that was providing.
Okay.
Most of the
wife was providing,
paying the mortgage and support the children.
Okay, so far right now, the title says why you should not relocate with your wife to Canada. That's what he's saying. Okay, so Ejeka story.
In fact, he will support the husband as well. But at some point, I think the wife cannot bear it anymore, because it's now drawn on her, because there are a lot of bills. because there are now 4 in the house. So this man started behaving kora. The woman now just turned to.
That means she was nagging around the house. Is that nagging, or was she? How do you say that in English? She became very angry, very, very moody, and she's just basically just mad all the time in the house.
To something else, maybe say, this man cannot even eat for that house. Any step this man carry inside that house, the woman go shout, say, you carry wrong the money.
Okay.
So
No. Where's the audio now?
this man, you have to go inside the bedroom to go and sleep. The man just begin give her rules and regulation. But this man now, he know say now obodo oyibo na him dey. He cannot raise his hand on this woman. He cannot shout because he's scared of the neighbor. This woman started treating this man anyhow. To the extent that he has the mind of the children against him.
Oh, don't bring in the children. Oh my God. The story was already going smooth there because it's possible. A woman can lose her cool and start acting like she lost respect for the man. It's possible. But when you start bringing in the children, now I start to look at you, trying to paint a picture here. But okay, let's just assume he's telling the truth. Wait, we'll get to it.
Sometimes when the man called the children and say, Fade, please, can you give me water from the fridge there? Fade will say, Daddy, but it's close to you now. You can as well just, use your hand. You're in the dining, the fridge is there.
Wow.
So this man don't turn everything to disrespect. Say, the pikin no get culture again. So he they think, say, maybe one day.
So not only is she disrespectful, she also taught the children to be disrespectful, right? That's the story that Baba is painting right now. Let's continue, right?
Hey, you need to relocate them back to Nigeria because of the culture. They say they don't get culture. You can say that they enter this house.
You brought them. It's been 6 years, so they're at least 6 years old. Even if they were born the day you brought them, I'm guessing they're like older teenager at this point. Let's continue.
See, you don't dirty that place. You cannot sleep on the couch. You have to go inside the bedroom to go and sleep. The man just begin give her rules and regulation.
The man or the woman?
But this man now, he know say now obodo oyibo na him dey. He cannot raise his hand on this woman.
What do you mean? If it was in Nigeria, can he raise his hand, Baba? Oh my God. Anyway, Patricia, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me play you something really, really nice for that. This story, oh my God. I was hoping it's not predictable. Like, I was hoping this story would not be so predictable, right? Anyway, let's continue.
He cannot shout because he's scared of the neighbor.
So if it was in Nigeria, I can raise his hand. Uncle. I know you didn't say that, but you kind of insinuated that. Like, the Baba no say he can't raise his hand. Raise his hand at what? He can smack his kids. Well, it's kind of stupid to spank older kids because I don't know what you're trying to accomplish with that. But if they're not talking, he can spank them. I'm guessing they can talk, right? I'm guessing also he has the power of influence, but well, he's not influential in their life. So, all right, but it's the woman's fault, right? Because she raised them like that. We'll continue. I'll come to the chat in a second. Let's just finish the story.
This woman started treating this man anyhow, to the extent that he has the mind of the children against him. Sometimes when the man called the children,
I'm seeing patterns. Are you noticing the patterns? Is the woman, the Japa woman marriage, and then she's manipulated the kids against the father. When we see patterns, I'm going to assume that, let's assume that you're correct. Your story is correct, right? I don't even need the other side of the story. Let's assume that you are correct. But I see patterns in these same types of story. Gentlemen, don't you think that if you see patterns, we're probably that close to a solution that is outside of blame and faults, right? If we can see patterns, like, you know, just patterns. If we see, when you have Oyibo people and technology, when they get close to patterns, boom, that's the answer right there, right? But if these stories tend to be unique, then I will say, you know what, maybe we're not. But to me, we're sounding like we're close to the answer. Why are we having such a hard time not getting to the answer? Without blaming the woman for this, because we already blamed her and I already said, okay, Buba. But we can't blame her for not getting close to the answer now, because there's this patterns everywhere. You take her to Japa, she suddenly stopped taking care of you. You can't find a job, which you kind of like indirectly blame that on her too, right? And then the kids are spoiled. They don't want to respect you. They lack culture, which, you know, shout out to Baba Adeyemi. Culture is actually a double-edged sword. It's not 100% positive. It's neither positive nor negatives. Depends on what you do with it, right? Right? Why are we not getting close to the answers, gentlemen? That's what I want to know. That's the conversation I want to have, because we're seeing patterns, right? And I don't want to be the one to come up with a solution, like, because I want us to come up with a solution together. So let me see here. Wait, did you give another $10? I'm not sure if you meant to do that, but again, thank you. All right. Let's continue.
Fade, please, can you give me water from the fridge there? Fade will say, Daddy,
all right.
That's not lack culture.
They lack culture.
The man, they manage for house. One day, the man can call him colleague, where they did filling station together. Say, come, I beg. Say, this thing they happen for my house. I mean, now the same thing they happen for your own house. And now this guy laugh. He said, oh boy, he said, you be Mumuna. He said, you, what do you want to do? You go bring your wife, come Canada. He said, you don't lose her completely.
That's the solution. Somebody came up with a solution. Wait, if the solution is good enough or not, we'll talk about that later on. But the solution is, don't bring your wife to Japa, right? All right, the solution is don't bring your wife to Canada. That's the solution, right? This solution is good for people that haven't done that yet. But what about people that have already done that? Are we saying that he's already entered one chance? There's no way out? Is that what's going on here?
Some of say no marry, he get wife, he get pikin now. But pikin, in wife, still dey Nigeria.
Hey.
They go there, they no go smell abroad. Not
wait. Now, okay, is it the manager of the filling station or the owner of the filling station, or is a colleague working at the filling station? Because if the children and the Niger is working at filling station, because you know, a noble job is a noble job. He works at the filling station. That's a good thing, right? That's a job, right? But the way he painted it is actually a bad thing. The way he painted that job, right? So let's go with that. Why is he still working at the filling station if his wife and children are on ground in Nigeria? Is he better off? He's giving advice, and it's not necessarily better off. Let's just wait. Let's wait, because I'm trying to see here. I still see two more slides
of Canada. Say any money where they need, he will send them money. But for them to come to Canada, say a lie. Say because the moment where they enter, they don't become mini god. Say then the shoulder part will come begin right. They come begin woo like Gary. Say no, they do. I say because if you bring woman come, Obodo you don't lack cultural.
Wait. Let's go back. If
you not call Lokpa for you, he go permit you.
So you bring her, she call up for you, she go permit you, right? Patterns, right? The only solution we can come up with, gentlemen, is to reverse time, to rewind time back to Abamo. Like, had I known? That's the only solution we can come up with, gentlemen. Is that all we can come up with? Rewind the time machine, right?
If you not permit you, you go permit him. If you not happen, say He go the woman, he go bring man come that same house where you dey. Maybe say at the end of the day, he go lose am. Say even if that you buy the house and say you take mortgage, the woman go carry you come off for her, they go drive you, they will give you some meters, say they don't want to see you around that house.
Wow, it must be war zone in this overseas. So
the man say, yeah.
Hey,
he don't enter now.
Ha!
The man they watch our show. Thank God. So
the man they watch our show.
Brother, let me ask.
Oh, this is another TikTok person. I'm just figuring that out. Wait. Let's slow down. This is another TikTok person, huh? Ah, Tima, thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. Wow. Oh, I love him. Thank you. I appreciate you, Tima. Thank you. Patricia. Thank you, Tima. And Natu for sponsoring this show. I appreciate you all. Thank you. So it's another TikTok person. It's like that in there real quick. Like, thank God the brother watched our show. Oh my days. What are we doing, gentlemen? What are we doing?
Oh my days.
All right.
Good fan. Wetin should I do? Wetin make I do?
I'm a good fan. Wetin should I do? Let's see if we come up with something else.
Or wetin make I no do? Say, make I pack comot for the house, leave the woman there, or make I relocate back to Nigeria, or make I divorce the woman, or wetin go if the woman no push you comot for house. You call a lot, but whether they give am lala. So the man don't dey confused now. The man don't know wetin go do. That's why the man they ask us, say, abeg, kindly advise me on what to do here.
No, Baba.
You go
advise now.
Another man wey don dey give am lala. So the man.
What's give am lala? Somebody help me with that. What's give am lala?
Don't dey confused now. The man don't know wetin go do. That's why the man they ask us, say, abeg, kindly advise me on what to do here. I do. The woman don't they get another.
Wait, I'm coming to the chat in a second here. All right, so he can't even. It's not advising.
That man, we don't they give am lala. So the man don't they confused now. The man don't know wetin go do. That's why the man they ask us. Say,
okay, it's repeating now at this point. All right. The funny thing is, men never get tired of providing for women. However, when the tables turn, our body go dey pepper us. God bless our men. So that's a woman, obviously. All right. So that's a woman who is advocating for men. That's a good thing. I like that. But me, I see holes in the story. The holes are particularly the pattern of these types of story, right? And the fact that the only solution we can come up with is always reversing time. It's impossible. What does that say about us if we can't come up with a solution we can use now? Right? What does that say about us as men if we can't come up with a solution that we can use right now? If that solution always has to go with had I known, that says a lot. Don't you get what I'm saying? What can he do right now? He's already found himself in this predicament. Let's just believe him. But saying that he entered one chance is not a solution. That's not a solution. This person say an average woman is like this. You see, a Karim came here and said an average woman is like this. The solution is to misery love company. Just agree with him. Do you have a solution for him? You don't have any solution for him. You don't have any suggestion for him. The only thing you have for him is to, all right, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. We'll find another one like the rest of us. Hey. What is going on? Oh my God. Karim already said an average woman is like this. In all honesty, more than half of women are like this. Women are not wired to chest responsibilities without complaining. Damn. These people have collected shege from women. Oh. All women are like this, including some of our mothers. As a man, Just don't let them see you finish, and keep improving and working on yourself. Hey! Oh God. Patricia, thank you again. I appreciate you. Oh my days. I'm trying to look for a better way to May we never go down, he continues, because this can happen to anyone no matter how smart you are. When women get richer than their husband, they become the husband and the woman becomes wife. Roles get reversed. May God bless every man to continue having what it takes to sustain and be the head of the family. His solution is a prayer point. Wow. Let me see another one here. Somebody said, life is not perfect. You don't relocate your wife and kid with you. Your wife becomes another man. Sare wagba. Another man sare wagba. Is that what do you call those things? What do you call them? I forgot what they call them. Jesus. Sare wagba, you get it. And your kids will lack fatherhood bonding, affection, and care, even if you're sending home billions of dollars. You relocate them with you. You cannot exercise total control on your wife and kids like you do in your home country, right? And it's because over there, man is not head of the family. You see what he's talking about? You see what is another? This is Abe Nati. This person has a woman in their picture, but I think it's a man. But obviously the first one we read is a woman. So the issue is not gender based. I promise you it's not, okay? All right. Let's see here. You relocate them country is because over there man is not the head but partner because you share bills with your wife and your kids are exposed to culture and upbringing that is different from your culture, as you cannot chastise them without breaking the law over there. It says who? But my best advice is, okay, this person may have a solution. My best advice is that when you relocate your family with you, make sure you and your wife grows together. I mean, don't be running around while your wife pursue a degree, masters. This person is trying to be nice to them, okay? Or diploma, or vice versa, because once one of you is lacking very behind, like you are earning $30,000 a year and she's earning $120,000, there will be a problem because she'll feel like she's working while you are just enjoying her labor. And if it's you, she'll feel insecure. If it's you, she'll feel insecure and likely push you till there'll be fight, and she'll file for divorce and share your fortune with you. Hey, Jesus. Make sure both of you grow together. See solutions. See Nigerian people in the abroad with solutions. So, Jesus over here. Somebody said only men love genuinely. Women only love based on the assurance that a man can provide. Wahala. Obìnrin ṣé ń gbọ́. Obìnrin. Listen, I didn't think this was going to be this long of a segment. Men are never loved unconditionally. Know this and know peace. We talked about unconditional love here some few days ago, right? Many men have been emotionally blackmailed to invest their wealth in the fantasy of their wives. A man should be guided by the fear of lacking. Never make moves that can lead. All right, let me see. I'm trying to see if there will be a different opinion somewhere. wait. Chiye said no, Okunrin. All right, wait, relax now. I'm not supposed to play that here, okay? Somebody said, oh God, shut up. There are so many marriages here in the US and Canada that are working perfectly. In my circle, that is a fact, okay? All right, so maybe it's just that many of my friends, they're not social media content creators, so trying to drag them up here is work on its own. But I'll see what I can do, because there are many. There are many. The minority is the loudest, of course. Okay, stop sowing evil seed in people for TikTok cash out. There you go. He got caught, and then there was a cut. As a family, when you're planning to relocate, go together, stay together. Why did he return to Nigeria? I beg, shift. This person may be a woman. All right, let me come to the chat. Let's come to the chat. Ah, Lord, I don't know where to start from, honestly. Me, I don't know where to start from. Oh, hey. I don't know where to start from, because you guys have said a lot already. let me come back here. Gore says, so the man that isn't pleased that you brought your wife abroad, P, would definitely advise you wrongly now. Exactly. Right? Let's see. This is ridiculous way of thinking. This is nothing but fear. Let me add one more word for you. Fear mongering. That's exactly what it is. Okay. But don't be shocked. These people have collected shege from their women. Okay. They can relate. I don't want to give them that much credit. These people have collected shege from their women. Okay. People when you can relate, it's because you've collected shege from women, or you have a brother who has collected shege. Okay. The only part that you're not telling us is the lack of skills and lack of game, or lack of luck. They like me to say the last one. You're just lucky. There's no skill or game anywhere. You just happen to be lucky. You're right. This one, Sha, you don't collect. You need to agree with that one first of all. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Ola, where do you dig these people from? Because this is Sister Blog Nigeria now. Okay, me, I'm just commenting on stuff I see on Instablog Nigeria now. It makes life easier for me. Undefeated. Okay. All right. But yeah, we're discovering them too. Leaving wives in Nigeria is not the solution. It's not the solution for a person that already brought their wife, right? So let's even say the ones the lames that will buy into that and leave their wives in Nigeria. Let's even say those ones have a solution, temporary solution, because those ones will collect too, right? Their wife becomes Sariwagba in Nigeria. What's Sariwagba in English now? There's a slang for it. When somebody goes have sex at night with somebody, or you say somebody go over to a man's house or a woman's house at night. What do you call that? I'm out of the game, so I don't know what they call it. Right? I forgot what they call it now. There's a phrase I'm looking for. It's a slang. But yeah, that's what Sariwagba is like. Come and do quick. That's what Sariwagba is. So now you leave your wife in Nigeria. Your wife becomes Sariwagba in Nigeria. What are you doing? Me? Okay, all right. Married but living single, no make sense. If you divorce the woman and marry another one, now it's the same problems. Okay, same problems. So I say away match. No, it's not Nigerian slang. It's I think it's more like Yankee slang. Yeah. This storytelling man is looking like African Father Christmas that does not give gifts. I have been suspecting him from the beginning. He will give bad advice. The funny thing is that he didn't give any advice. He's asking the people for that, but he knew what he was doing, right? He knew what he was doing. I'm sure many people will bite into it with their comment, with their advices. So Dilo said, divorce her now with your gas station job or there. See, that's even a better solution than a solution that requires a time machine, right? It's actually a better advice, right? It's a better move to just divorce her, right? You have a job at a filling station. You have your buddy there that's advising you at the body station. You guys can take your $30,000 per year and go and spend in the strip club around the corner in Newark or Brooklyn. And then you guys will live happily ever after as friends. Right? That's even an easier solution That's a more tangible solution than reversing the hand of time back to, when abamo. Hello, abamo. These people, man. What's give am lala? What is that? What's give am lala? I still didn't. He said give am bulala. Oh, bulala. Okay, that's bulala. That's still the Sariwagba thing, right? Okay. That one family no go come because him no get paper. Oh, in the case he no get paper. That one his family didn't come, right? That's why he didn't get paper, right? But when you bring your issues to people to advise you, and you don't do proper vetting of who is advising you, it is what it is, Instead of running away, go to counseling and gain some skills on how to address marriage. That's it. It's right there. But you know what they say? They say Oyinbo created counseling. It's Oyinbo that created counseling. What do Oyinbo know about how our marriage works? The Oyinbo is not in the marriage. What do you know about how to make your marriage works? Sounds like nothing. Oh no, you're just not lucky. Oh, okay. Lala Nakerewa. Oh, okay. Bulala. Okay, I know the Bulala. I know the Bulala part. Cain in the other room. Okay. If he whoops his wife and brings him here, then he will definitely get the cops called on his ass. One day. Yep. One day, right? Get some conflict resolution skills. Yeah. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. You can literally read up on it for free everywhere. The only thing you need us for is practical because it's easier said than done, right? But it's everywhere, literally. Okay, they even teach them at work. But anyway, Oluyami, what's going on? No words, absolutely ridiculous. Your wife is doing well for herself, for the family, and you're not happy. Crazy. Why would you want total control of your spouse anyway? D-Love says, I don't even want total control of my kids. They're not property. Yeah, why would anybody want total control? You want things under control, but want total control, particularly in that context, it's like no wonder. It's like little to no wonder, right? Sharing bills with your husband doesn't mean that he's not the head of the family. That comment, right? It's just being responsible, right? These people do not understand what being the head is. Nope. Total control. What does this even mean? Me, I'm just as. Listen, I'm with you, Tima.
He shot you.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm wondering. My point of prayer is that may their children do better than them emotionally. Amen. And a lot of children will do better, but they will carry certain types of trauma. They will create their own life. I want to trust that. Yeah. Oftentimes it's even they collected shege or they know someone who collected shege. No. That's all the time. Okay? It's most time they collected shege. The rest of the time they know someone who told them the story of the collected shege, and they know that person personally. They've taken sides without even having the ability to comprehend what might have happened. For real. Like, people can come and tell you stories, cock and bull stories of what happened, but if you don't know how to read in between the line, or if you've never been through it and been on the other side, you might not necessarily be able to reflect and say, when you were arguing and somebody banged the table, they didn't just bang the table, both of you were engaged in something heated, and it takes. That's the point where they're supposed to say it takes two to tango, but they choose to use it in other places, But we just leave them alone and we focus on those that want help. That's what we want to do. We want to focus on those that want help. Those that know that it is better on the other side of the shege. Those are the ones we want to focus on. Someone will be sampling their wives. Yes, that's Sariwagba. That's Sariwagba. But I still can't find the. Yeah, come and do quick. I think Bulala is an ass whooping, Ola. Yeah, but they use it in exchange for, they say video bulala these days, video bulala. So video bulala is clearly not physical, right? But video bulala is where you do, you do exchange nudes, by way of FaceTime. As husband and wife, communication and planning together is what you should have done instead of running back to Nigeria. Yeah, he actually ran back to Nigeria in the first 3 months because he said he was bored, he's cold, according to the story, right? And then he came back 6 years later, and then he found out that it's not the same. Please hit the like button. Thank you. We're missing 10 likes. What's going on here? We're missing 10 likes. Can you please hit the like button? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And shout out to all of you that are watching me on Facebook. I appreciate you. Okay. It sounds so ridiculous when some African people say counseling is for Oyinbo. Like Oyinbo are not humans, like humans who deal with the same issue. If you say Oyinbo people, first of all, Oyinbo man is the head of his family too. I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with them before. They're also the head of their own family. Okay. All right. They have culture. They have traditional stuff that they follow to. Nobody Oyinbo people brought the religion to you. No, it's I don't know, but let me say this, okay? If you find yourself in this situation, let me say this so we can move on to the next story. Gentlemen, you find yourself in this situation, I feel for you, okay? I feel for you. I just want you to be aware that I noticed the holes in the story, okay? You're not telling us the full story, okay? Which is acceptable because human beings do that, okay? But when you find yourself and you notice that you're not in control of your family, as you put it, right? Or total control of your family, right? What you're looking for is that you want things to be under control. You want to feel like you're still the head of the family. Feelings. We're talking about your feelings, purely your feelings. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. Okay? Okay, I'm not saying that your children have not been disrespectful or come off more like they came off as disrespectful, right? So my question is that when you said, Fade, please grab a bottle of water for me in the fridge over there. And Fade said, but Dad, the fridge is right there. I said, come here, Fade. Are you saying there's something wrong with you grabbing are you able to have that kind of conversation with your 16 years old, 17 years old, 18 years old? If they push back at you, push back at you, emotionally speaking, right? Do you have the patience to actually engage them and say, let's have a conversation? What do you like? What's going on with school? Well, do you even know what's going on with these kids? Right? Do you know what's going on with these kids? These kids, right? My kids, the last thing they want to do is offend me. Okay? That's the last thing they want to do. You know why? Because I have a relationship with them. Guess what? The last thing I want to do is offend them. There is a relationship. Okay, my kids. Okay, and it's been like that ever since they've been talking. Okay, when they couldn't talk, if they did something, they scribbled something on the wall, something, they received spanking before a couple of times, right? My oldest is still afraid of the spanking he received 15 years ago right now. Because the feelings is what sows a seed there. The feeling of back then, the feeling of disappointment and a little spank is what the brain remembers. Not particularly that he couldn't handle a little spanking. I wouldn't spank him at his age right now. It's pointless. Why would I want to do that? Right? Why am I talking about culture when they actually have a culture that you've chosen to raise them in? With your own hands. Remember, I didn't sell my supermarket. You sold your supermarket, you brought them here with your own hands, right? Now your hands off and you're like, no, Oyinbo has done you wrong, right? Listen, all those things could be true, but what about these other things that you can control, that you can actually control, right? Like you taking care of yourself, like you going after your own dreams, right? Do you know that most women, they just need to see that you're after your dreams. It's not about the money. They just need to kind of feel like you're going after something, right? Did you know that, or this is just the minority of women? I should just believe you that we're in a war zone. No, I choose not to believe you. until you tell me, like, listen, this is what I signed up. This is the amount of coaching I've gone through. I signed up for this coaching over there. I did a 90 days over there. I did a 90 days. These women are just terrible. Until you come back and tell me that, then we can reassess things from there. But until then, right? Your coach was your colleague at the filling gas station and the Baba way they TikTok. The story is not adding up. The story is not adding up. I would like to know more. I already agree with you that yes, a lot of people are experiencing what you experience, but you're disconnected from the part that you lack skills. You don't know what you're doing. Okay? It was easy for you to do what you did in Nigeria from a common sense standpoint. Well, it's a developed world. It's not a developing world. So that means it comes with certain responsibilities on your part. What about the responsibilities of the woman? You told me with your own mouth she's been paying the bills for a while, right? Even a man, at some point, that can become stressful, right? And that can show in the behavior. That can become a little frustrating, right? Maybe. But again, when I engage you, we'll talk more about it. But for now, the only thing I've heard in this story is just a man who is saying somebody did me wrong. Right? And it is my wife and my children. And the case that's been aligned now for me, just I need to hear more. Okay, that was me trying to be empathetic. I know what happened exactly. I'm just, God help me. Anyway, no, I don't know what happened exactly, but I have a feeling I know. Okay, I have a feeling. This is the type of man that will say, "Oh, counseling now, you both people think, Jari." Chinye says, Ola, for example, I came across an Igbo man here who refused to buy a house because his uncle had a terrible divorce experience. I bet. That's what fear does. Fear will do that to you. Fear will do that to you. Fear will paralyze you, right? Over-analysis will paralyze you. How much more fear, right? Of course. He purchased a house before he was married and brought his wife to America. His uncle was so pained because they gave his wife the home. He was cleaned out, so it really affected him boldly. That makes sense. It will mess people up, okay? The solution is still not to rewind time, right? It makes sense. That's why I said a lot of people are collecting shege. That's the reality. I don't want us to shy away from that. I don't want us to continue to be in denial about that. A lot of people are collecting shege on both sides. On both sides. The reason? They refuse to acquire skills, okay? They go acquire skills for everything else, like working at a gas filling station, but not for the marriage, okay? I think the marriage is supposed to just work itself out from tradition, right? His uncle was so pained, yeah. His wife has been asking for him to purchase a home, and he refused. He told her to go and purchase one. Wahala. Anyway, we got a few more to cover here today, all right? But please, don't tell me I didn't tell you. There's something, if you're confused, it's time to learn something new. There's something you don't know, okay? There is one simple exception. I'll leave you with this. Your wife is a terrible, evil person. She's just wicked.